Hi, fellow Swinburne Online classmates. This is Jared Aviat, and this is my presentation detailing the progress so far on my radio documentary short entitled Inside Mixed Martial Arts. This documentary will explore the fascinating world of mixed martial arts from several different viewpoints. And these viewpoints will be told from the perspectives of three prominent MMA figures in Australia. Jeremy Werrow is a former and soon-to-be returning MMA fighter from New Zealand who is now based in Australia, in Melbourne, and he trains at the Absolute MMA gym in Melbourne City, Australia. His professional mixed martial arts record consists of 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 1 win coming via KO in a bout fought in the United States. Sean Leguriak is also a professional MMA fighter based out of the Absolute MMA gym in Melbourne City, Australia. He has had 1 professional fight so far, which ended up in a loss. And finally, Megan Anderson, who is a very well-established fighter who fights for the famous US promotion entitled Invicta FC, an all-women promotion. Her current record is at 6 wins and 2 losses. Invicta FC is considered a stepping stone towards the biggest mixed martial arts promotion in the world, the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Thus far, I've been very pleased with the quality and the depth of the interviews which were recorded with these 3 separate interview subjects. For an example, here's an excerpt of a question which I asked Jeremy Werrow in our extensive interview conducted several weeks ago. The answer which he gave to this particular question is indicative to the many answers which I got from all 3 separate interview subjects. A lot of quality, a lot of interesting and insightful information, and a lot of depth.
I guess it started with a friend who I used to skate with back, late teens, and we were very competitive. And he started secretly doing kickboxing lessons.
Okay.
Wanted to get a head start on me, and when I found out, I was like, "You dirty mongrel!" And so I instantly wanted to start. And had no desire to become a fighter, or always wanted, from watching movies as a kid, and always, I think like many of us, but never really pursued it. But when I found out my mate was doing it, I had to do this, and but as soon as I started, I was hooked, and I was doing Muay Thai for a few years, off and on, non-committal, it was just fitness, fun. I treated it more as cross training for rugby, but as I developed, I kind of all of a sudden I was doing well with the mitts, and then next thing you know, I'm in there getting chucked into sparring, and I started doing well in the sparring against fighters, and it was a progression. But I went several years without actually picking up a fight. I'd moved around a lot and moved over to Australia, and I guess it all started really out at Kimikai in Chelsea Heights, where the only place that would do striking training, there's an American guy there. I didn't like MMA at the time.
Right.
I saw that cuddling on the ground, thought, nah, too gay for me, not interested. And I did a pad session with this guy, and you're my coach. And I was walking out the door, and he said to me, "Why don't you have a roll?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, not for me." And he said, "Well, what are you going to do now?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm going to go home and cook a feed and watch some TV." And he just raised his hand and, "I'm going to go watch TV, or you can learn a new martial art." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you got me there." So I jumped on the mats, and this tiny, weedy, half my size, nerdy dude tied me up in knots. And I just didn't even know what was happening. Like anyone you speak to about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when you first do it, it's like, what is this? What is going on? And okay, I'm tapping out to, to who knows what. And I was hooked from about jits then. I loved it. And then 3 months later, we booked my first MMA fight.
In terms of the difficulties in the development of the final product, I would have to say that just the general time issues and constraints in regards to my work life as well as my university life has definitely come into play and has provided some difficulties here and there in terms of just getting down to the post-production element of the project. But I would have to say that I think things are going on track. Things will be ready at the requested finalized date, and I feel that it'll be a very interesting and very intriguing final documentary project. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is my entire update thus far on this very fascinating MMA radio documentary short, which is set to be released very soon. I'm very happy with the production thus far. I'm very happy with the guests that I've gotten. Have things gone perfectly? No, but they very seldom do. But I'm happy overall with the progress of this documentary project. And I'm very much looking forward to everybody hearing it out. And I'm very much looking forward, especially to those of you who maybe aren't familiar with MMA or who have certain stigmas or certain thoughts about MMA. And I'm very interested to see whether that would change or whether you would ponder about certain aspects of MMA after checking out this very intriguing, very interesting documentary from the perspectives of 3 people who are in the sport competing right now. Thank you very much.